Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It would help if I turned my camera on, but I'm going to give y'all part 2, or I'm going to tell you a story time of how, instead of doing the bridesmaid story time, today I'm going to be telling you a story time of how I got conned into babysitting my friends' kids. So back in the day, I had this friend, and we are going to call her Lexi. Now, Lexi was not a true friend. Looking back, there was a lot of red flags, and that friendship was very toxic. And at that point in time, me and Lexi we had known each other a while. Our parents knew each other, and she was the first one out of our friends group to have kids. We ended up not being friends with her when we all graduated high school, and so a friend of mine knew that I was wanting to become a nanny. I really loved working with kids, and I really loved being around kids. Not in a creepy, weird way, but I really loved kids and always wanted to be a special education teacher. So, but then I changed my degree to pre-med, which I'm going to be starting soon. So, yeah. But, so me and Lexi started hanging out again 2 years after I graduated high school. I was engaged at this time, and I was going to be getting married very, very soon. Lexi would always ask if I could babysit her kids, and she would always ask me if I would give her money. She had informed me that she was going through a divorce and her ex-husband was abusive. So I felt really bad for her, and I'm not one to just give friends money. I did tell her that she would have to pay me back, and she agreed. She signed a piece of paper, she agreed, and I ended up loaning her some money. At first, it was like $20 there, $20 there. Well, after a while, $20 does add up, and she kept asking for more and more money and would always ask if I could babysit. So, I got to the point where I did not trust Lexi at all. Because anytime I would babysit her kids for her, or anytime I would do anything for her, she would come back with her nails completely done, her hair highlighted, and I was like, okay, she didn't leave the house with her when she dropped the kids off. Her nail wasn't done. Her hair wasn't highlighted. So I started asking her questions. Hey, when are you going to pay me back the money you owe me? She owed me $2,982 that I have yet to get back. So I stopped being friends with her. Fast forward, I am working at Walmart. And who happens to walk in but Lexi with her youngest child? And she's trying to act like everything's okay. She's trying to hug me. She even went as far as grabbing me on my shirt. And I got away, but I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, and she ended up pinching me and leaving a bruise. And I did show my mom, and I did tell my mom what happened, because I was like, that heifer just pinched me. So a couple of weeks later, her mom and her aunt, or her mom and her stepmom and her aunt, get a hold of me and they ask why we stopped being friends. And I, told the mom that, hey, I had lent her some money. She had told me stuff that I later found out was not true. So then me and Lexi, she goes, how much did you loan her? Because I also loaned her money. And I said, ma'am, I loaned her. And I told her, and she told me that if she could, she would give me the money back as quickly as possible. But they were going through some financial hardships. And I pretty much told the mom, it's Lexi's problem and mine. Yeah, it did end a friendship, and I will never loan another friend money ever again. Because I told her, hey, I need that money back because there's things I've got to do. I've got to finish doing what I'm doing. So fast forward. After seeing Lexi, I just avoided her at all costs. I don't speak to her. She'll try to ask my mom, where my whereabouts are, or try to ask for my mom to give her my phone number, but my mom will not. So, end of the story. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and thank you for subscribing to this channel.